NC Piedmont Outdoors presents Canteen Cup Cooking Chicken Tortilla Soup. Brought to you by Slammers Series Turkey Calls, made by a hunter for hunters. Get your turkey call today by visiting www.slammerseries.com. All products, hats, apparels, and calls are proudly made in the USA. Aqua Leisure Services LLC, servicing the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and surrounding areas, servicing all your pool and spa needs. And Sign Scientists, providing a broad range of services, which include wall murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.signscientists.com or call 919-685-7641.
Hey everybody, it's Joe from NC Piedmont Outdoors, back out at my hunting property. Deer season's over here in North Carolina. It's the last or end of the first week of January. I was out running some errands. As you know, in the beginning of my intro videos, you see one of my buddy's businesses, Slammer Series Turkey Calls from Daryl Madden. So I actually have a store not far from here where I talked to the owner and became friends with him, and he let me put up a Slammer Series display to be able to sell some turkey calls, t-shirts, and hats. And I was driving by, checked it today, and you know, did sell a lot of turkey calls, mouth calls, some pot calls, some t-shirts and hats. So it looks like they're selling pretty good. So hopefully when you watch these videos, you see that Slammer Series, and if you're a turkey hunter, go check them out. Go check them out online and buy yourself some turkey calls. They're a quality call. So that was pretty exciting to see some merchandise moving off that display. So that was pretty cool. But out here again, I'm going to do some cleanup, as it is the end of the season, so I want to make sure I pick up any kind of things that might be laying around or we drop during the season. Got to pick up some cameras, move them around. But while I was out here, I'm going to make another food video. It's pretty cold today. It's no wind, but the sun's out, so it's nice. But it is cold and chilly. So what better on a cold, chilly day than making some soup? So I've got going to make some chicken tortilla soup today. So I've got my Pathfinder Canteen cook set, as always. I'm going to use that today. I've got my soup mix that I got at the dollar store for $1. I've got some green pepper, and I've got some tomatoes I'm going to cut up. I've got my can of Walmart chunk chicken breast, as always. I've got some tortilla chips to kind of put on top when I'm done. And the newest addition to my cook set, thanks to Santa Claus, is right here. This is my new Pathfinder titanium spork. So it has the hook on the end, so you can pick up the handle on the lid of your canteen, which I'll show you. And it's got the spork, obviously, and it's also a bottle opener. So I'm going to use this today, and hopefully we can show you this. And it'll be a pretty cool tool that I got for Christmas, so I'm pretty happy about it. So let me go ahead and get the stove started here, and we'll start cutting up the tomatoes and get going. I'll bring you right back. Alright, I've got the stove on and heating up, so I'm going to take my canteen cup here and I'm going to pop open the chicken. And I'm going to pop that lid. I am not going to, you know what, I didn't bring my oil with me, so I am going to add a little bit of the water in the chicken here. I'm just going to kind of add that. I'm going to get a little bit of this fat in there. And then I'm just going to dump the water and the chicken in there and kind of cook it. I'm using my new spork, as you can see. Scoop out that chicken. It's awesome. First time I'm getting to use it. This is cool. I saw it on one of the Pathfinder videos. I'm like, man, that'd be great if Santa could get that for me. And sure enough, Santa delivered. So go ahead and scrape all that chicken. All right. Put that over there. I'm going to now add in a little bit of pepper here. Put that in. There we go. I'll put that on here. Let's see if we can get this flame to normal out a little bit here. Do a little pump. Let's get that nice flame. I like the flame that we certainly like that flame on that Coleman stove to be blue. So it's a little yellow, but hopefully we'll just do some more pumping and get it in there. So pump some more air into the fuel tank, and that should help turn that to a nice blue color, so I know it's nice and hot. It's going to cook that chicken, so that's great. So I've added the pepper in there. I've got the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and add these green peppers as well. Put that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the cherry tomatoes. Now, the recipe for the soup calls for actually a can of diced tomatoes, but I'm just making a canteen size version here. So I'm just going to take a couple of these cherry tomatoes and cut it up and use them to make my diced tomatoes. So I'm going to get my knife here and cut these up and put them into the pot there. So let me start doing that, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to add those tomatoes. All right, so I'm just taking a little cherry tomato here. I'm just going to cut it up right on this lid. I've already added a couple into the pot, which is okay. I'm just basically cutting it in half and then kind of cutting it in quarters. That's probably good enough for what I'm trying to do here today. So if you can see those pieces, I just kind of cut them in quarters like that and just kind of drop it in. And like I said, the recipe did call for diced tomatoes, but you know, it's just a little canteen, and I hate to take a whole can and only have to use half. So I figured, well, I had these tomatoes at the house, I might as well use these. So go ahead and cut one more up. There we go. Scrape all those seeds and tomato in there. So perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. Now remember, the chicken's already cooked. Everything's already cooked. I'm just going to let that kind of simmer up a little bit. Boy, those tomatoes are fresh. It's awesome. So then I'm going to go ahead and add. Now, this makes, according to the package here, it requires 3 cups of water for this seasoning packet. So rather than use all of it, obviously, I mean that is a lot of seasoning packet. So I'm just going to kind of use about half of this. So probably somewhere in around this range or whatever to use about half of this in there. And I'll save the rest for another time. So I did bring a rubber band so I can try to figure out if I can reclose this somehow. See how it opens, but I may just have to cut a corner and do it that way. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Give this a little stir. All right, that looks really good. That looks really good. And I'll leave that chicken liquid from the can just to give it a little more flavor. It doesn't hurt anything. Got to add a little bit of water for the soup anyway. So just mix that all around. So on a cold day like this, you know, something like this kind of soup on a cold day is just going to be perfect for my lunch out here while I do a little bit of cleanup. So let me go ahead and I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to put the lid on this to help that boil a little bit. And then I'll bring you back, add some water, and we'll add the mix, and we'll go from there. All right, I can see the steam coming out of the canteen cup here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Here's my spork, and here's that hook. So what you do is you can just hook on that lid right there and lift it up, and I can kind of see what it kind of looks like in there. If you can maybe kind of look, there's the tomatoes, the chicken, the little bit of that chicken water from the can, the green pepper, and some black pepper. So right now it's bubbling a little bit, so I'm just going to put this lid right back on there. Look how cool that was using that new titanium spork. It's just a pretty cool idea right there. All right, so what I'm going to do now is clean up my station a little bit here. Get rid of some of that stuff. Remember, pack it in, pack it out. I don't want any kind of stuff laying around my my hunting property. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this lid, put it over here to the side, and I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of water, probably about 1.5 cups. There's probably half a cup in there already, so maybe I'll just add about 1 cup. Pour in a little bit. Okay, a touch more. That's good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, put my lid back on this. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and open this packet, and I'm going to try to put about half of this mix in there. So I figure somewhere about like that might be good. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. Push it all out. There you go. I don't want too much. Let's kind of give it about that. Let's see. Okay, good. Let's take a look. That's not too bad. So that's about a good amount of seasoning in there for the soup. So I figure that's okay. So all right, I'm gonna just wrap this up. And I brought a little rubber band to put on it. I'm just gonna put this rubber band on it, twist it. Oops. Like I said, put this rubber band on, twist it So it holds it. I'll just put it right back in the container, and I'll take that back home, and I'll use it at another time. So, all right, I'm going to take this, take my lid again. I just love using this thing. It's not really hot. I could use my hands, but it's just so cool using that little hook. So, all right, let me go ahead and let that boil up, and then once it's boiled up, be ready to eat. I'll add some chips, and I'll bring you back and show you the final product. So stay tuned. All right, hey everybody, I'm just going to use a spork here again, kind of lift that lid, and sure enough, it's boiling nice. It's got a good color. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on. I'm going to let that go for a few more minutes, and then bring you back and show you the final product. So let me get ready to add those Tostitos chips, and I'll show it to you, and we'll be good to go. All right, everybody, this soup is done, so I'm going to go ahead and lift the lid and put it down over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove, kind of give you that look at that soup. It just looks great. It's a cold day. This is going to be perfect for the weather we're having today, which is nice, crisp, clear, sunny, and cold. So I've got my soup there. I'm just going to go ahead, and I've just got a bunch of crushed tortilla chips from the bottom of the bag, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw them in there, kind of like soup crackers. For a little bit of texture, a little bit of crunch. So I don't want to leave them in there too long because I know they're going to get soggy, so I'm going to go ahead and eat this. So listen, appreciate everybody watching these videos. If you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that like. If you have comments, please add those comments. Canteen cup cooking, a little tailgate Thursday action, cooking on my tailgate. Really appreciate all the 34 subscribers that I have and the comments I've gotten from some folks. I look forward to making some more videos, so if you do like it, please like it, and please also subscribe. Share with your friends if they're kind of into this kind of stuff, so really appreciate it. I will be making more videos throughout the rest of the year in here in 2022, so I'm looking forward to some new recipes and everything I want to try, and if anybody has any suggestions, just go ahead and add them to the comments section. I'd be happy to make them. So anyone else, when you're looking at my intros, if you're into turkey hunting, please check out Slammer Series turkey calls. Check those out. Mouth calls, pot calls, box calls, crow calls, hats, t-shirts. Mr. Madden has them all there. So really appreciate the business and their quality calls. If you're in the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware area, visit my friend Brody there. Give him a call. He'll hook you up with your pools and spa and all your pool and spa needs. And if you're in North Carolina here, or wherever really, the Sign Scientist, give him a call. If you want vehicle wraps, marketing services, signs, all that kind of stuff, give him a call. I'd be happy to help you out. So they certainly would appreciate the business. So anyway, again, I'm going to start eating my soup. Thanks for watching. This is Joe from NC Piedmont Outdoors. See you next time.